Yeah, I emailed mystery shirts.
Oh, did you?
They haven't got back to me.
Oh, they're not, yeah.
But I was like, do you want to sponsor our podcast? Fuck it. If you don't try, you don't get. Do you know what I mean?
Don't get.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Background Football Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Background Football Podcast, and we're here again with Frank.
Hello.
And yeah, today we're going to be talking about transfers, the best and the worst transfers all time.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, maybe more so in our lifetime.
Yeah, the modern.
I can't really speak too much on older transfers.
Yeah. But I feel like the transfer market's mainly blown up in kind of our lifetimes. Maybe 10 years prior.
Yeah.
But
I mean, obviously there were some bad ones in the 90s. But like, we can't really speak too much on it. But on a previous episode, we already talked about the worst transfers in Premier League history, so we're probably not going to discuss that here. So if you're interested, go check out the one. It will be... I'm not sure which one it will be, but I'll put a link or something.
Yeah, I reckon 26.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, should we start off with, I don't know, La Liga transfers just to throw something in there?
Barca have
got a few.
I mean, 400 million combined on Dembele, Griezmann and Coutinho.
Jesus.
All of which were flops.
Fucking hell, that's bad.
That's so bad. That's what fucked them.
Yeah.
That's what's fucked them now. They're 400 million on 3 players.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? They bought them when the market was just fucked. And then the market actually relaxed a bit. And like, if they bought them a couple years later, you're probably talking maybe 80 for Dembele, 60 for Griezmann, and
probably 80 for Coutinho.
But
like, people do forget, Coutinho at Liverpool
he was unreal.
Was so good.
Yeah. One of the best players in the league.
Yeah. So the fact that they did splash out the cash, it's not necessarily like it on paper. Like that's not bad.
No. You know,
I think sometimes
I think out of the 3, Coutinho is probably the most justifiable. To have spent that money.
Well, Dembele though.
I mean, no, but
that's what I mean.
No,
like,
but Dembele was amazing, but he didn't do it for long enough.
True. But
whereas
like,
Coutinho was
good.
Yeah, no, he was
really good at Dortmund. Good. He was so good.
Yeah, but not for long enough.
Not
long enough to justify.
But it was a season where they had like Aubameyang, Royce, and Dembele.
Yeah. And he was stupidly good. Yeah.
He just put it on a play for Aubameyang so many times.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I heard that.
I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think with Griezmann, because didn't they sign him when he's like 28 or something?
Yeah, that was a weird.
It's a weird one.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna splash out that much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird, and then they gave them Suarez,
and then Atletico went and won the league. Like
Griezmann's too good of a player not to have won the league.
Yeah, I know.
It's a bit of a shame that the one season he's not there.
Yeah.
They win it.
And he is one of the most underrated players
of our generation, mate. Yeah. Honestly, he's so good.
He should be talked about with like, I mean, not far off the Neymar bracket in terms of what he's done. I think Neymar technically is a much better player, but not much better, but better.
But the thing is, because he doesn't play, or he's mainly known for playing for Atletico rather than the big hitters.
Yeah.
I think that definitely not puts him down, but like people don't discuss it as much because he's just a bit of a lesser name.
No,
I guess.
Yeah, it's true, and the fact that he hasn't won much in his career.
World Cup.
Apart from I know, but like at club level, he hasn't won much at all.
True, yeah.
That will bring him down a bit, but in terms of the way he plays and like, it's just a fact. I think people don't appreciate the way he plays and what he actually brings to a team. Running, fucking linking up the play, running a game.
Is still a lethal finisher.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good in the air, considering he's 5'9". Or he's not that tall.
Yeah.
penalties, clutch kind of player for France.
Player.
So like the fact that it's again like on paper, none of them 3 signings are like that bad.
Yeah.
Like before they arrive, I mean, because you know, like Griezmann. Oh, well, he's one of the best players in the league. Let's go get him.
Yeah.
Let's put him in our team.
Yeah, it's probably they overpaid for him, but it's like fine. He'll still do well.
Still do really well. Same with Coutinho, one of the best players in the Prem. Let's splash up the catch. Let's bring him here. Same with Dembele.
Yeah.
So it's like
on paper, not horrific.
It's not horrific, but then it just didn't work out for any of them.
Yeah.
Any of them, and yeah, it's kind of a bit of a shame for them, all of them, really.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Griezmann's picked up his career again.
Yeah.
And he's doing well again. So he's kind of an exception, but
Coutinho was never the same.
What's he doing now?
Has he gone back to Brazil, maybe?
Maybe. Was he in Saudi Arabia or something?
I feel like he's not in Saudi.
I don't know what he's doing now.
I don't know what he's doing, but I know he had a
brief,
was on loan at Bayern.
Brief stint at Villa as well.
Yeah, I forgot about he didn't do that well though. There.
Yeah.
At Bayern he was good, but like it was funny. It was like Coutinho and James Rodriguez were just being loaned all about, doing well, and then they never signed them. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a similar story with them too,
really. Yeah.
I mean, James was the next young big thing. Coutinho was already more established.
But yeah, James was going to be the guy, and then it didn't completely work out. It didn't completely not work out at Madrid either. He still did all right at Madrid.
Yeah, but then for a few seasons he was great, but
then it just kind of fell apart.
Just petered out a little bit.
Yeah, more petered out. It didn't necessarily I wouldn't necessarily call it a flop. I don't think it was a flop, but it did just peter out.
And then he had a weird stint at Everton, remember?
Yeah.
What's he doing
Him
there?
and Ancelotti took it up a fucking
What are they doing in Everton?
Yeah. But yeah, no, so I feel like, they're the key ones that stand out.
In recent times, anyway. You could go back to Ibra for Barca. That was a massive flop. That was one of the worst deals of all time.
Yeah.
Eto'o, Ibra swap.
Eto'o went and won the treble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Ibra stayed for 1 year and then went to Milan.
Yeah, but I think he instantly fell out of Pep.
Yeah.
I think that was the problem.
Yeah.
But this is what annoys me. Surely you get to know him a little bit before you like, all right, we're going to make this move.
Yeah.
And if you can see like, all right, we're going to clash, let's not go through. I know
I don't know. No, I agree. It's a weird one with signings. Like, if the way the player's playing doesn't work out, you're like, okay, but even if they fall out afterwards, that's fine. But personalities, if you know you're going to clash.
And Zlatan is a huge personality.
Probably one of the biggest ever.
Yeah, to tame.
Yeah.
And not only, but like Mourinho was the guy who kind of like...
He got him.
It's like, nah.
Yeah.
Well, not the only guy, but...
But what? But the kind of the only guy who...
Can kind of put him in his place.
And also when Mourinho was manager, it was like Zlatan was still the guy, but he made sure Zlatan wasn't bigger than the club. Yeah.
And because Mourinho's almost a bigger personality than Zlatan.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, all right, I'm the coach. Shut up. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. And they both respected each other.
Yeah, I think that was...
And I also think it's down to Mourinho's man management.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you hear all the stories of him just being the best man manager ever. Like, especially with these big names. So, yeah.
Well, that's why he's had so much success over the years. Yeah. But yeah, transfers. Got a bit off topic.
I put Zlatan up there.
Zlatan.
I'm trying to think of some other ones.
Madrid must have had some howlers.
Yeah, they definitely...
Hazard.
Yeah.
Got to talk about Hazard.
Yeah.
Such a shame. Such a shame. But honestly, that's got to be one of the worst signings ever.
Have you heard what he said about it, though? So he said that... So he signed, and when he signed, he was like, okay, I'm actually going to work for this, and I'm going to train hard because I'm at Madrid now.
Yeah.
And that was when he said he started getting injured.
Really?
Because you see at Chelsea all the stories, he never fucking trained. He didn't really give a shit about training. It was just like, I'm better than everyone, which he was. And then went to Madrid, trained, and that's when he started getting injured.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe, if he just hadn't given a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's hard. You go to the biggest club in the world.
You kind of have to give a fuck.
And you're surrounded by... I mean, who was at the time?
Ronaldo had gone.
Benzema,
Bale,
Mudryk. I mean, they still had
Kroos, Casemiro, Ramos. I think was still there.
Yeah, so you can't show up to training and not give a fuck.
Yeah, Marcelo, Carvajal.
Yeah, you can't not give a fuck. So yeah,
a tough one, sad one.
It's a sad one.
He's retired now. That's mad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming, but still.
It is, but it was like almost written in the stars for that to happen. Hazard to Madrid.
Yeah.
It was like been talked about for so long.
Yeah.
Eventually, like Chelsea kind of caved in. I mean, they got a cool 100+ mil for him.
It's like 120 or
120
something.
mil.
Yeah.
And he did absolutely fuck all.
Yeah.
Injuries.
Barely fucking played at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real shame.
Yeah.
Real shame.
Another one, I think, Joao Felix.
Oh.
Terrible.
Mate. 120 mil to Atletico from Benfica.
Was it even more? Was it even 140 maybe?
Risky business.
Shocker.
Really bad. And I always associate Madrid with Atletico Madrid with doing quite tidy, snide almost business. They generally do. But they got that one horribly wrong.
I mean, it was after they used the Griezmann money to
try and replace him.
Yeah, and that has just been one.
But I just never remember Felix being like this magical wonder kid.
He was. I always thought he was good. I think that was the period when the market was just so fucked. It was like any not wonder kid, but like anyone who had any sort of like great potential was just like, all right, 100 mil.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
and like
what
people
the fuck
would kind of just willingly pay for it.
Yeah. Like what the fuck are they doing? You know what I think contributed was Mbappe, because not necessarily any of his signings, but just him coming through. It was like, okay, these kind of wonder kids are coming.
Yeah.
And it was like,
well PSG did spend 160, and
then they gave him to renew his contract a signing on fee of like close to 200 million. Even though it's not a signing, that's got to be up there.
Well, the way that PSG handled it was... And then he left free.
yeah. Fuck PSG.
Yeah, they're just...
Yeah.
I don't like PSG.
No.
But, I mean, that obviously wasn't a flop.
No, it wasn't
in terms of Mbappe
just
to PSG.
Business, fucking...
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say... It definitely wasn't a flop, but could you say Neymar to PSG... I mean, I'm not saying it's a flop.
Yeah.
Because he did win lots of things and was really, really good for them.
Yeah.
But just like, I mean, I guess it didn't really cripple their finances, but the factor that transfer had on everything else in itself, for me, makes it bad.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
It's not anything to do with Neymar or PSG.
Yeah.
Like, it worked out.
Yeah.
Well, it would have worked out more if they won a Champions League, but that was the turning point in the transfer market.
The market, especially the couple of years after that.
It was like suddenly that the benchmark has just been raised by 50 million.
Yeah, more.
Well, okay, like the...
Oh, you mean like the
average benchmark.
Yeah,
maybe not 50, but like 20, 30 million.
I'd say 50. Like it got... Because I feel like it got inflated and then it was crazy. Then it calmed down a bit. But even when it calmed down, it was still so much higher. Yeah, like you said, 30, 40, 50 million.
And now, like, just people were quoting just... Like, player has a decent season, I'll give us 60.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking hell.
Like, you gotta chill out.
Like, some of these players are not worth 60 million.
No.
60 million, like, back in the day was, like... crazy.
Yeah.
Like Zidane went for 60. Ronaldo went for 80.
But Kaka after Ballon d'Or was like 60.
Yeah.
And you're like, fucking come on.
And like
Benzema went for like 20 or something, and he was a
and
fucking wonder kid. He was a
20 mil at the time was like that's like
big money.
That's like big money for how old is he? 19.
It's like 19, 20 or something.
Because I remember him very briefly watching in the Champions League with Leon very briefly, but
it's like this guy's serious.
All right, so we'll move on maybe to some Bundesliga, Serie A. I'm trying to just think.
I feel like in Italy they do fairly good. How much did Juve sign Ronaldo for? I mean, it's not flop, but it's like...
It was like 100 mil.
It was, isn't it?
But the thing is, whenever you sign someone like Ronaldo, it's quite hard to call it
it's quite hard to call it
a financial flop.
Yeah, because you're going to make your money back and more.
Yeah.
Easily.
Because they made their money... like, they probably made their money back within, like, the first week.
Easy. Shirt sales.
Yeah.
Even, like,
but, like
the
Instagram,
fans, the following.
Like, you're... Like, I mean, it's a different example, but before and after Al Nassr signed Ronaldo, like, their followers probably grew, like, 50 million, if not
Probably more. Probably 100 million.
Yeah. So, like, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, the Ronaldo...
I mean, it's definitely not a flop.
No, it's definitely... And,
like,
even from a playing point of view, it's not a flop.
Like, none of Ronaldo's transfers were flop. Even when he went back to United, I know it ended sourly, but like he still did well for a few seasons.
Yeah.
Scored like 17, 18 goals in the league. I mean...
No, it's not a flop.
For a finished 35-year-old, 36-year-old, I mean, not bad.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some others. Have Juve done any? I feel like Juve may have.
They must have done in recent years.
Yeah.
Chiesa?
He didn't sign it for much, though, I don't think.
No, I feel like they did. No?
It was like 20, 30 mil.
Maybe not.
I don't think it was that much.
Maybe not. I'm trying to think. Inter, AC... That's the thing, all these clubs, like, they do quite good business. It's not like the Prem or the big Spanish clubs where they just throw a load of cash in and be like, oh, we've seen your Instagram clips, come sign for us. That's what sometimes feels like that.
Yeah. I know.
Like, they've just seen a few clips and then just, like, thrown money. Oh, you know what we didn't chat about? Fucking Mudryk.
Yeah, actually.
We didn't chat about that in the last one, so we'll speak on him now.
One of the worst.
Oh God!
The weird thing is, I know we've said this before, is that if he went to you, could have kind of seen him actually doing well.
Yeah, because but it's just like, I mean, to be fair, he still could.
Yeah, he's still only like 20.
Come good or become a useful asset.
Yeah.
But it's not looking very likely at this point. Like, Maresca don't fancy him. And it's just like...
It seems like his attitude's just shit as well.
I don't know. It's hard to say from an outside point of view. I think there was a lot of pressure on him, and it might have just taken a big toll on his game.
Also, to throw out, what was it, 80, 90 mil from Shakhtar?
He played 6 months for Shakhtar, something like that, maybe a year.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
scored like 9 goals or something.
Yeah. You just can't.
And it's like, you see we're after him.
Yeah,
and then they're kind of like, nah, fuck it, we're having it.
Yeah.
Give you 10 million more, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's definitely up there.
Bayern. Surely Bayern have had...
I feel like, again, they do quite smart business.
Well, they just sign fucking...
They just snap up
Bundesliga clubs, best players.
You know, it's with the smaller clubs, like, not necessarily Bayern, not smaller, but the clubs that have less money, they have to do good business to compete.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the Prem money or the big sports
Exactly,
giants.
no.
So, yeah.
They can't afford to, like, waste.
That's why it's surprising when Atletico fucking did that on Felix, because you're like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, like, you could go and spend 60 on a more ready-made replacement, or you could take a massive gamble on this 18-year-old who's played a year or two at Benfica. It's like...
And for 60 million, you're still getting a top player.
But also, in my head, it's like, the risk to reward on Felix, you're not making your money back, really.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
you won't make any profit.
It's very risky that you're going to make that money back from him. I don't know, in my head.
Yeah, no, me too. He didn't show enough to like...
And even if you sell him on for big money...
You're going to sell him on for the same amount. Like...
Well, you're not going to sell him for the same amount.
Unless he...
I guess in potential, you might do.
Yeah, but
it's just ridiculous to me.
Stupid signing. Is he still on their books? I think he is.
He's at Chelsea on loan now, isn't he?
No, I know, but I think a couple of years ago he signed a new contract. To like 2029 or something.
Yeah, the thing with Felix, he is not a bad player.
No, he's really not.
He's not a bad player.
He was just never a...
He needs the right system around him.
Yeah.
And I think a system that's going to suit him is quite niche, I feel. Like, he could go to like a lot of the big clubs and it not quite work out because the system's just not really built for him. But I feel like if you built a system around him, he would do quite well.
Yeah,
in my head. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not the player to like... You could see him actually doing well at City.
Yeah, in like a type of Alvarez role.
Kind of.
I know he's not there
playing
anymore,
in the number 10.
Yeah.
Kind of see that.
Like as a second striker.
Yeah.
Because he's not a number 9.
Yeah.
Really.
No, I'd play him more as a number 10. I feel like he's a number 10.
Yeah, he's like a shadow striker type
thing. Yeah.
Alright, should we go on to the best?
Yeah.
I think best is like maybe a bit easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you can just name really good players and like they've signed them.
I mean, there's a few that stick out. I mean, Ramos, I was going to say.
Yeah, so should we do like the underrated best signings? So not like the obvious ones like Ronaldo.
Yeah,
yeah. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, I mean, we could do the ones as well, just the ones that I guess, in terms of the money, in terms of the ones that just, like, gave the best for... Like, you look at Ramos, he was maybe, like, what, at the time... 10, 15 mil, I think. And look what he's done.
Yeah, yeah.
And like the players that were signed for cheap.
Carvajal.
Did they sign him or did he come for the academy?
They signed him. I
yeah.
believe Valencia.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think that they did sign him from someone. But then you go like Casemiro to Madrid as well. Mudryk. Yeah. Kroos from Bayern.
Actually, Kroos.
Oh my god, what a buy!
Yeah.
Why did they let him go?
I know. Maybe
it was like 25 mil.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think they were like, "Oh no, he's not good enough" or something. And he was kind of like, "All right, fuck you, I'm going to Real Madrid." Yeah. Really weird.
Weird one, isn't it?
Because Bayern, again, they do usually tend to do quite a good business.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like you sell. I mean, at the time, he was like a wonder kid, kind of.
Kind of. I think he was like... Remember when he broke through? He kind of broke through with Müller-ish. I think Müller a little bit before.
Was he not at someone else before? If I made that.
Yeah, he was. I think it's
like
Leverkusen.
Wolfsburg or Leverkusen.
I think it's Leverkusen. Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Lewandowski on a free to Bayern.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got to be up there.
Yeah, actually.
Suarez. I know that's big money.
But fucking yeah.
But even like, well, to be fair, wherever Suarez has gone, it's worked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Liverpool signed him for like 20 mil, maybe.
Ridiculous.
But then sold him for 80 or whatever.
I think it was 70.
70, but still, they sold him for a massive profit.
And then he's gone on to
just become
one of the best strikers in history.
Yeah.
Went to Atletico on the free.
Yeah. Won the league. That's probably up there.
Brought the league to them, yeah.
That's
got top
amazing.
Scorer and won the league.
I like also the fact that like Barca were like, "Oh no, you're finished."
Yeah. And they gave him a shit send off and everything.
And then he was just like, fuck you. Yeah. And then just won the league with Atletico. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Some good ones. I'm trying to think of. I mean, from Inter's point of view, the Eto'o Ibra.
Yeah, Eto'o Ibra swap deal for them.
For them, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, we could name like whole squads. Of like really good players. Oh, that's good signing. That's a good signing, of course, but. Like the ones that really stand out.
The ones that like people got on the cheap.
Yeah, Vardy. Vardy from Fleetwood.
Vardy.
Was it Fleetwood to Leicester for like £1 million?
Yeah. Only weird one with that is that when he first came to Leicester, he wasn't that, but it took him a few years. But then when he did, yeah.
I mean, I think that's got to be one of the best signings in history.
Yeah, I mean.
But it's the fact that he was there, still there, won the league, Champions League,
FA Cup.
FA Cup, still there.
Yeah.
Get relegated, still there. Now they're back in the Prem, he's still there.
And still scoring.
And he's still scoring.
Still scoring, and it's still dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, you do have to.
And he's like such a Premier League cult hero, I think.
Yeah, I don't like him, but... Yeah.
I quite like him. I didn't like playing against him.
Yeah,
but
he's growing on me a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. Kante as well.
Yeah, actually.
I mean, a lot of that Leicester side,
Yeah.
you could say, like, Mahrez was only like 300 grand or something.
Yeah.
Kante the same, was like 2 million or something.
Drink water, not the...
Drink water, no. He'd be on the worst.
Yeah,
to
I know,
Chelsea.
Oof. But,
awful.
But yeah, no, Kante, actually.
But even his signing to Chelsea, 30 million.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were talking about first, and I was like, oh shit, no, Leicester.
Well, yeah, I guess...
From the second division
French division.
That's crazy.
They've plucked out him.
Yeah.
And apparently he wasn't even like their first choice.
Yeah, I know. They were trying to get Mendy.
Napilas Mendy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think they eventually got him.
Yeah. After, and he wasn't all that.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
they wouldn't have won the league without him.
Of course not.
No,
of course not. No fucking way.
So yeah.
And then, but it was such like a revelation. Well, it wasn't a revelation because Makelele had kind of done this Kante type of role before.
But the role had kind of gone a little bit.
In my time watching football, I'd never seen someone like Kante.
Yeah.
In the Prem.
Just run. Run.
Absolutely everywhere.
Everything, yeah.
And just like a little like
he's so cute, man. He's so cute.
He's impossible to hate.
Yeah.
You can't hate him.
Oh.
And just what a guy.
Yeah, it's interesting because before him it was the defensive mids were all fucking. I mean, of course, Makelele, but like in like our kind of when we were watching football when we were growing up, it was all like defensive mids, big fucking brutes.
Yeah.
And then Kante comes in, he's just this little guy, but he's fucking warrior.
Yeah.
Tears up everything. And even when they won the Champions League and he was asked to play further forward, he was still unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, because they had
Jorginho
sitting a bit back, pulling the strings, and it almost just allowed Kante to like press further forward and win the ball up. Further up the pitch. Fucking brilliant, man.
I remember one guy, I can't remember who it was against, but they're breaking, Kante runs the full length of the pitch just to make the space for on the other side, and they play it to the other side and they score.
What a guy. What about Spurs signings? What do you think your best signings ever?
Dembele, got to be up there.
How much was he?
I think he's 15 from Fulham.
Yeah.
And
Bale?
Yeah, actually, from Southampton. Yeah, top. I can't remember how much. Cheap, they wouldn't have been much.
Yeah, because you signed him very young.
Yeah, great signing.
Mudryk.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, Mudryk was good for you, but he wasn't like... No, he was good.
He was very good, but he wasn't. He went
and became better.
How good he became makes him feel worse, but he was still very good, I thought. You know who... Vertonghen and Alderweireld. More so Alderweireld because Vertonghen was like... When we signed him, it was like... I don't know. He wasn't known, but it was like... It's just a good signing. Like, but...
Where did you get Vertonghen from?
Ajax.
Yeah, makes sense. Then Southampton for
Alderweireld. But Alderweireld, it was like... This guy, we plucked him out of... I mean, I know he was at Atletico, and then... But, like, it was at Southampton. Got him from Southampton, and it's like... Fucking hell, this guy is unreal. And, yeah... I'd say that's an unbelievable signing.
Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah, I was going to say Son.
Yeah.
How much? 20 mil?
Something? Yeah, something like that. Top signing. Eriksen.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. You could just go on and just name all of your good players, basically.
Yeah.
Because I could say Henry, Bergkamp,
exactly.
Pirret, they're all great signings, but in the modern Arsenal... Great signings so far. Odegaard for £35 million.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
Yeah, I know. There's a risk, but it was a steal.
Yeah, of course, it's a little bit of a risk.
No, just in terms of like
the fact we did get him on loan for 6 months as well before.
Oh yeah, you did.
So it was like less kind of risky at the point where we actually bought him.
Yeah.
Because we kind of knew, alright, we kind of see, alright, he can be a very, very important player for us.
Yeah. No, that's a great signing. Gabriel, I'd say.
Gabriel and Saliba.
How much was Saliba? Saliba's like
25.
Fucking
So Gabriel's about the same.
Yeah.
And like, no matter what, no matter if we sell him or we keep him for the long run, we're gonna make money.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna sell him for 100+ mil probably.
Yeah, you'll get 100. I reckon you'll get probably bang on 100 for Saliba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, alright, we've either made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or he stays with us and we're successful.
Yeah.
Because if we're not successful, he leaves.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win, really. Well, I don't really want to sell him, but sometimes I think when Madrid come calling, you sometimes need to kind of know, all right, we're not at this caliber.
I think. I mean, even if you win something and Madrid properly come calling, it's like
like any player's head can get turned.
Madrid and Bar, especially more so Madrid.
More so Madrid now. I say Barca a little bit before.
Yeah.
When they had Messi.
Yeah, I also feel like Madrid have more of a history of going out and getting the players they want. Like Barca's the name, but like I feel like, and obviously they've signed big players, but Madrid is that. Madrid are coming. Fucking what? How many they got? 15 Champions Leagues now, and you're like,
it's like guaranteed success, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, great. Should we wrap it up there?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
We did decent.
Yeah, nice. I think again, we could just go on and talk about fucking Haaland, De Bruyne, like all these great players.
Yeah, but
it's kind of obvious. All right, they were great signings. But yeah, all right. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time, and leave your likes, comments, subscribe as well.
Best signings, any of the ones that we missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next time.